Hi guys, so today I have my TBR for October. Spooky season is almost upon us. I love October, I love spooky season, I love Halloween, so I'm super excited for this time of year. And I have some really cool books that I want to read this month that are spooky and a little bit creepy, a little bit freaky, and yeah. So the first book that I am wanting to read this month is my current read, and that is The Devouring Grey by Christine Lynn Herman. This is a very witchy, mystery, intense thriller type novel. So there's basically founding families of this small town called Four Paths, and we follow the different families, the different characters in this this kind of world, and there are bodies turning up in the woods. This is all I really know about this novel, but it's freaky. It's very witchy, it's very kind of occult feel to it. There's a lot of mystery in this novel, there's a lot of kind of thriller aspects. As I said, there are bodies being discovered in the woods, people are dying, they're not quite sure what's happening or why it's happening or how to stop it. So it's very intense, it's very atmospheric, and I'm really excited to continue reading this. Also, the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Can we just take a minute because it's beautiful, like the edges, the sprayed edges, the blue and the pink. I just think it's really aesthetically pleasing. I did actually get to meet Christine at Yalk, so I'll leave the vlog for that in the description box, but yeah, I'm super excited to continue with this. It's been amazing so far, and it's so atmospheric, so creepy. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. The next book that I have to possibly read this month is a middle grade, and that is Goth Girl and the Ghost of a Mouse by Chris Riddle. This is a gothic middle grade novel. Basically, we have our main character Ada, her best friend, who is a ghost of a mouse. That's all I really know about it. I like to go into books not knowing a lot, if you guys haven't noticed already. There's some creepy things happening in her house, which is a huge haunted mansion. And together they try and figure out what's going on. So, bit of a mystery. I really like middle grade. If you guys didn't know, I write middle grade, so it's one of my favourite genres to read also. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. And I have a non-fiction book, which is not something I tend to read too much, but it is The Witches by Stacey Schiff. This is a history of Salem, of the witch trials, and of all those sorts of things. But apparently it kind of reads a little bit like a novel, but obviously it is historical. It is, you know, the history of Salem. But yeah, a couple of people have said that it reads like a novel and that it's really well written, so I'm super excited to read this. For those of you that didn't know, I am pagan, and witchcraft kind of comes into that in my case, so I find this really interesting. I think it's such an important thing to learn about and to study and to remember that these things happened. You know, people died for this, and a lot of them, and they were all innocent, they're innocent people, and it's such an important part of history to remember and to acknowledge. So yeah, I've had this on my shelf for a really long time, and I feel like now is the perfect time to pick it up. And then I have Whistle in the Dark by Emma Healy. This has been on my shelf for such a long time, and I always kind of go to pick it up and then I think, oh no, I'll wait because there's, you know, going to be a better time for this. I feel like now is the good time for it. I'm just going to pick it up because this seems like such an intriguing story. So basically it follows this woman called Jen, and her daughter goes missing and then refuses to talk about what happened while she was gone, while she was missing in the woods. And yeah, that's all they really tell you, that, you know, this little girl went missing in the woods and then her mum is just trying to figure out what happened to her. But yeah, that's literally all the information they give us. Yeah, I just think it sounds really creepy. I don't know if it's going to be a lot darker than I'm thinking, if it's going to be quite grim, but I'm hoping it's going to be okay. I'm hoping I'll enjoy it. But yeah, this just seems like a really creepy, atmospheric book. So then I have a couple of rereads I'm hoping to get to this month. The first is City of Ghosts and Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. I have a review for both of these books on my channel already. I'll leave that in the description box if you guys want to see that, but these are very spooky middle grade novels that I'm really excited to reread because they're quite quick reads, they're not very long, but the stories are just so interesting and fun, and I just really enjoy the characters, so I'm really hoping to get to these this month and reread them because I really enjoyed them. But yeah, they're very, very good. And the last book that I have to hopefully get around to this month is another reread, and that is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. And if you guys didn't know, this is one of my all-time favourite books, but I've never reread it, and I feel like I really want to. And yeah, it's really calling out to me at the minute. I don't know if it's because it's weird, because I read this in the springtime when I first read it, and now whenever it gets to spring I get the urge to read this again, and it's weird because you'd think it would scream October and Halloween, but it doesn't. It screams spring for me because that's when I first read it. But I really would like to get round to this because, as I said, I haven't reread it and I really, really enjoyed this book. It's one of my favourites, so yeah, hopefully I'll get around to this again. It's such an amazing book. It's so well written and I can't get enough of it, so hopefully I'll get around to this again soon. And yeah. So those are all the books that I am currently hoping to read in October. It will probably change. I don't really tend to stick to TBRs, that's why I don't do them a lot, but I feel like with spooky season coming up, I wanted to kind of give myself a general idea of what I wanted to read this month. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys are reading in October. I'd really like to know what you guys are planning to read this month. And yeah, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see future videos from myself, and you'll see me in the next one. Bye guys!